Temple Grandin nació el 29 de agosto de 1947 en Boston. Es una zoóloga, etóloga, profesora de la Universidad Estatal de Colorado y una diseñadora de mataderos. Se doctoró en Ciencia Animal en la Universidad de Illinois. Actualmente es profesora de comportamiento animal en la Universidad de Colorado. Pero Temple no es como cualquier otra docente. Empezó a hablar recién a los 4 años y fue tardíamente diagnosticada con la enfermedad de autismo.
If you want to understand autism, I want to talk to you about different ways of thinking. I think in pictures. I don't think in language. I see only specific pictures. They flash up into my memory just like Google for pictures. And that's shown very, very nicely in the movie. They've got a great scene in there where the word shoe is said and a whole bunch of 50s and 60s shoes pop into my imagination.
En 2010, Hollywood se enamoró de Temple y decidió llevar a la pantalla grande la historia de esta mujer cuya enfermedad le permitió recorrer caminos alternativos y demostró todo lo que podía aportar: su observación distinta, su conexión con los animales y su manera de percibir el mundo. Durante buena parte de su vida, Temple se especializó en el diseño de las instalaciones para el ganado y en cómo los pequeños detalles hacen la diferencia y pueden mejorarlo todo.
In my work with cattle, I noticed a lot of little things that most people don't notice would make the cattle balk. Like, for example, this flag waving right in front of the veterinary facility. This feed yard was going to tear down their whole veterinary facility. All they needed to do was move the flag. Rapid movement, contrast. In the early 70s when I started, I got right down in the chutes to see what cattle were seeing. People thought that was crazy. A coat on a fence would make them balk. Shadows would make them balk. A hose on the floor. People weren't noticing these things.
El estudio de los animales y su condición se cruzaron y su vida estuvo dedicada a entender estos dos mundos no tan distintos entre sí.
Visual thinking gave me a whole lot of insight into the animal mind. Because think about it, an animal's a sensory-based thinker, not verbal. Thinks in pictures, thinks in sounds, thinks in smells. Think about how much information there is there on the local fire hydrant. He knows who's been there, when they were there, are they friend or foe? Is there anybody he can go mate with? There's a ton of information on that fire hydrant. It's all very detailed information. And looking at these kind of details gave me a lot of insight into animals.
Temple Grandin es sin dudas una pionera de la responsabilidad social.
The thing is, the world is going to need all of the different kinds of minds to work together. We've got to work on developing all these different kinds of minds. And one of the things that's driving me really crazy as I travel around and I do autism meetings is I'm seeing a lot of smart, geeky, nerdy kids. And they just aren't very social. And nobody's working on developing their interest in something like science. Because I'm seeing a lot of these geeky, nerdy kids, and the teachers out in the Midwest and other parts of the country, when you get away from these tech areas, they don't know what to do with these kids. This brings up the whole thing of you got to show kids interesting stuff.
Su condición y su esfuerzo por descifrar el entorno y a ella misma la convirtieron en un referente mundial del autismo y del conocimiento profundo sobre los animales.